All right, Nick, the Philadelphia Eagles. When I look at this team, it's a team I don't even recognize anymore. They've pretty much gone under like a rebuild of the team on both sides of the balls, filling in key positions of need and really going all out to make this what I see as a win now team. They're giving Jalen Hurts the keys to the kingdom, and it's very exciting. But there's a key signing that I think really kind of just seals the deal, rolls everything up. But before we get too far into things, I want to ask the Eagles fans, who's been your favorite signing? I know, obviously, A.J. Brown's a big one. There's other ones all across the board. But who was your favorite signing that the Eagles made, whether it was through the draft or through free agency? Let us know in the comments below. But Nick, why don't we get into the story about the Eagles' latest signing?
Yeah, so you brought up them trading for A.J. Brown. Obviously, they drafted Jordan Davis, big defensive tackle out of Georgia, and they signed Bradbury, the former NFC East rival at corner. But their most recent move, happening last week or so, was signing former San Francisco 49er Jacquiski Tartt. Now, obviously, this move is kind of not nearly as big and as bold as some of the other, headline-making moves they made earlier this offseason. But I think John McMullen over at PhillyVoice.com, he has a great column explaining what this move really means and reinforces a lot what you said. And I'll kind of paraphrase what McMullen wrote here, but simply put, that the Philadelphia Eagles aren't messing around anymore. They're fully committed and all into Jalen Hurts and winning in the short term. And I think one of the examples of this is the fact that the Eagles at their second safety position have kind of been going back and forth between Marcus Epps and Kayvon Wallace, waiting for one of them to step up and finally be the player they need them to be to kind of round out that defense with all the additions they've made. Adding in Tartt, and according to McMullen, a lot of NFL executives and scouts believe Tartt is a good schematic fit. He's not as fast or as explosive as he was earlier in his career, but he can step in right away and knows the schemes of the defense and can execute the defense right away. Adding in a guy like Tartt is Eagles GM Howie Roseman saying, we are not going to risk it on a young player who's not willing and able, looking at a guy like Kayvon Wallace, to step up and play that key role. We're not going to take any chances. We're fully committed. Even if we're bringing in a guy like Tartt that, is past his prime, isn't as good as he once was, we're not going to risk, potentially losing key games because of dumb mental mistakes or some issues like that. So this really shows how quickly, remember 2 years ago, the Eagles had lost 11 games. How quickly they've rejiggered the entire team, and the rebuild is done. Like, they're fully reloaded and focused on winning big, going into 2022.
Yeah, and this exact safety situation really reminds me a lot of my team, Baltimore Ravens. They had two young guys at safety, Chuck Clark and Deshaun Elliott. Deshaun Elliott, who has battled injury after injury after injury, you can't really trust him to get the job done anymore. So what does Baltimore go out and do? Sign Marcus Williams and draft Kyle Hamilton to completely reload the safety position. And I feel like this is exactly what the Eagles have done as well. They've rebolstered all around the secondary. Obviously, the Bradbury signing is a pretty big one. Bringing in Tartt to fill out their safeties. Really kind of just, they don't want to waste any talent that they have paid for. They obviously paid dearly for A.J. Brown. Jordan Davis is a pretty key piece on the center of that defense. So they go out, find a guy who can really help them win now, like you said. And I think I really like the Tartt signing. A savvy veteran who can, he's not going to win you any games, but he's not going to lose you any games.
Exactly. Well, and especially, right, and we say it 10,000 times, but it's so true. They've got Jalen Hurts on that rookie deal. Now is the time to fully commit and spend as much cap as possible to get those veterans. This is when you have to do it, because if Jalen Hurts is your guy, he's going to get very, very expensive in a couple of years. And if Jalen Hurts isn't your guy, well, guess what? You're going to retool in a couple of years anyway. When they have two number ones next year. But I think they're committed to Jalen Hurts. I think all these moves shows, drafting, trading for A.J. Brown, bringing in a stronger core around Hurts. I think it shows they're committed to Hurts. So I think they're really going the Jalen Hurts route. But I think, just like you said, the fact that they're trying to surround with as many key veterans that won't cost them any games, because right now they recognize this is their window to be really competitive in the NFC and the NFC East specifically.
All right, Nick, it's time to get your internet privacy back today on every device you own in any country you want. Don't let anyone but you control your internet. NordVPN keeps you safe from prying eyes wherever you go online with their military-grade encryption. Is your favorite Netflix or streaming content blocked in the US? You can simply connect to one of the many countries available with NordVPN and get the access you need.
That's right, Maya. So right now, get our exclusive NordVPN deal here at nordvpn.com/SMI. It's risk-free now with NordVPN's 30-day money-back guarantee. Again, get that exclusive deal, nordvpn.com/SMI.